Most of us have experienced the familiar annoyance of being asked to please hold during a phone call. It's a small moment, but it often tests our patience in ways we rarely acknowledge. Across cultures, patience is widely celebrated as a virtue, a sign of strength and good character. We're taught to wait our turn, to endure delays, and to accept setbacks with grace. But is patience always the best approach? In this section, we'll explore whether the conventional wisdom surrounding patience truly serves us, or if it's time to rethink its place in our lives. We often hear that patience is a virtue, a quality to be admired and cultivated. But what if this age-old proverb is more complicated than it seems? Some suggest that patience, when taken to an extreme, can become a subtle form of self-sabotage. Instead of moving forward, we may find ourselves endlessly waiting for the perfect moment, opportunity, or outcome. In this sense, patience can keep us stuck in life's waiting room, delaying action and progress. By questioning this conventional wisdom, we open the door to a deeper conversation about when patience serves us and when it might hold us back. Think back to a moment when you chose patience, only to find that waiting didn't lead to the outcome you hoped for. Perhaps you hesitated to speak up in a meeting or delayed making an important decision, believing that time would resolve the issue. Instead, the opportunity slipped away, or the problem grew more complicated. These experiences are more common than we might realize, and they highlight the complex role patience plays in our lives. By reflecting on these moments, we can better understand when patience serves us and when it might hold us back. Society often elevates patience to a virtue, encouraging us to wait our turn and trust that good things come to those who wait. Common metaphors, such as standing in a bakery line, suggest that order and reward are guaranteed if we simply remain calm and composed. This idealization paints patience as a path to success and harmony. However, the reality of life is rarely so orderly. Chaos, unpredictability, and sudden changes frequently disrupt our plans, challenging the notion that waiting quietly will always yield positive results. By contrasting these metaphors with real experiences, we begin to question whether patience is always the best approach, or if adaptability and action are sometimes more valuable. The tension between these perspectives shapes our understanding of how to navigate the complexities of everyday life. Imagine life as an auction, where opportunities are presented to those willing to step forward and make a bid. In this setting, waiting quietly for your turn often means watching chances slip away to more proactive participants. Those who act decisively and assertively tend to secure the rewards, while hesitation can result in missed possibilities. This perspective challenges the common belief that patience alone leads to success. Instead, it highlights the importance of initiative and timing in achieving your goals. By embracing action over waiting, individuals can position themselves to seize valuable opportunities as they arise. In many workplaces, patience is celebrated as a valuable trait among employees. Those who wait quietly for opportunities or endure challenging circumstances are often seen as dependable and loyal. However, this praise can mask a deeper issue. When patience is expected without limits, it can lead to exploitation, where employees are taken for granted and their needs overlooked. Over time, excessive patience may result in stagnation, with individuals missing out on growth and advancement. This reveals a significant flaw in the virtue of patience. When unbalanced, it can hinder progress and allow unfair practices to persist. Patience is often praised as a virtue, but it can also serve the interests of those in positions of power. When people in control urge others to be patient, it can shift the burden of waiting onto those with less influence, effectively justifying delays or inequities. This dynamic allows those in authority to maintain the status quo, while those affected are encouraged to accept their circumstances without protest. In some cases, calls for patience can mask systemic issues or excuse slow progress, making it harder for individuals to demand change. By framing patience as a necessary response, those in power can deflect accountability and prolong unfair treatment. Understanding this perspective reveals how patience, though seemingly positive, can sometimes be used as a tool to reinforce existing imbalances. Many people find themselves waiting for the so-called perfect moment before taking action. This tendency to hold out for ideal circumstances can create a sense of paralysis where decisions and opportunities are continually postponed. Often, the pursuit of perfection leads to hesitation and inaction as individuals convince themselves that now is not the right time. In reality, perfect conditions are rare, and waiting for them can mean missing out on valuable experiences or growth. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward overcoming it. By accepting that progress often happens in imperfect situations, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and reduce the risk of regret from missed chances. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a swimming pool, waiting for the water to be the perfect temperature before you jump in. You dip your toe, hesitate, and convince yourself that just a few more minutes will make all the difference. In reality, the water may never feel exactly right, and the longer you wait, the more you delay the experience. This metaphor highlights how waiting for ideal conditions is often just procrastination in disguise. True progress comes from taking the plunge, even when circumstances aren't perfect. By recognizing this tendency, we can move forward with confidence rather than letting hesitation hold us back. In many real-world scenarios, waiting for the perfect moment can have unintended consequences. For instance, professionals who delay applying for a promotion, hoping for ideal conditions, may find that the opportunity is given to someone else who acted sooner. In the fast-paced world of technology, companies that hesitate to launch new products often lose market share to more agile competitors. Similarly, individuals who postpone important decisions, such as investing or pursuing education, may miss out on valuable chances that never return. These examples highlight how waiting too long can result in being passed over or left behind, emphasizing the importance of timely action. Impatience is often viewed negatively, but when harnessed correctly, it can be a powerful driver of progress. Productive impatience pushes individuals to challenge the status quo and seek faster, more efficient solutions. It motivates people to take action rather than wait for perfect conditions or endless deliberation. This sense of urgency can lead to innovation, as it compels us to experiment and adapt quickly. In competitive environments, those who channel impatience constructively are often the ones who spot opportunities and move ahead. Ultimately, a healthy dose of impatience can be essential for achieving meaningful success and driving continuous improvement. Many stories celebrate patience as the key ingredient to success, suggesting that simply waiting or enduring will eventually yield great rewards. However, this narrative often overlooks the crucial role of active effort. Success is rarely the result of passivity. Instead, it typically stems from persistent work, strategic decisions, and continuous learning. While patience can help individuals persevere through challenges, it is the actions taken during that time that truly drive achievement. By examining the real journeys of accomplished people, we find that their progress is marked by initiative and resilience, not just waiting for opportunities to arise. Deconstructing the myth of passive success reveals that meaningful accomplishments are built on a foundation of deliberate and sustained effort. Success rarely comes to those who simply wait for it. Instead, it is often driven by individuals who are restless and eager to improve. These people are not content with standing still. They actively seek out opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow. Their impatience fuels a constant pursuit of progress, pushing them to refine their skills and expand their knowledge. Rather than waiting for recognition to find them, they focus on making meaningful strides forward. This proactive mindset sets them apart, turning ambition into tangible achievements. Patience is often misunderstood as simply waiting for things to happen, but there is a crucial distinction between passive waiting and active persistence. Passive waiting involves remaining idle, hoping that circumstances will change without any effort or engagement. In contrast, active persistence means maintaining composure and determination while continuing to work toward a goal, even when progress is slow. Passive waiting can be counterproductive because it relinquishes control and may lead to missed opportunities. On the other hand, active persistence allows individuals to adapt, learn, and seize moments that arise. Understanding this difference empowers people to approach challenges with resilience rather than resignation. Imagine the difference between simply waiting for something to happen and actively preparing for it. This is the essence of active patience versus passive waiting. Passive waiting is marked by inaction and hope that circumstances will eventually change. In contrast, active patience involves taking deliberate steps, learning, and adapting while you wait for the right opportunity. Recognizing this distinction is crucial because it transforms waiting from a period of stagnation into a time of growth and readiness. By embracing active patience, you position yourself to seize opportunities as soon as they arise, rather than letting them pass by unnoticed. Consider the farmer who embodies the essence of patience through consistent effort. Each day, the farmer tends to the fields, waters the crops, and removes weeds, knowing that growth takes time. Patience, in this context, is not about passively waiting for the harvest, but about actively nurturing the process. The farmer's routine demonstrates that progress is achieved through steady, purposeful actions. True patience is a commitment to daily work, even when results are not immediately visible. By investing effort over time, the farmer ultimately reaps the rewards of a bountiful harvest. This analogy reminds us that patience is an active virtue, built on persistence and dedication. Active patience is about striking a balance between the drive to take action and the commitment to persist over time. It means channeling impatience into productive steps while understanding that meaningful results rarely happen overnight. By consistently showing up and putting in the work, you lay the foundation for long-term success. This approach encourages you to stay motivated, even when progress feels slow or setbacks occur. Remember, persistence is just as important as initiative. Combining both qualities allows you to move forward with purpose, trusting that your continued effort will eventually lead to the outcomes you seek. Strategic impatience is about embracing a mindset that values swift action and immediate progress. Rather than waiting for perfect conditions, it encourages starting now and making tangible steps toward your goals. This approach does not mean rushing blindly. Instead, it combines impatience for initiating change with a steady persistence to follow through. By being impatient to begin, you avoid stagnation and procrastination. At the same time, persistence ensures that you remain committed, overcoming obstacles and setbacks along the way. Together, these qualities create a powerful dynamic for achieving meaningful results and driving continuous improvement. Throughout history, it has been the individuals who take initiative and persist in their efforts who truly shape the world. Progress is rarely achieved by those who remain passive or wait for change to happen on its own. Instead, meaningful advancements come from people who are willing to act, even in the face of uncertainty or adversity. Their determination and commitment set them apart, driving innovation and transformation. Ultimately, it is this spirit of perseverance and proactive engagement that defines real virtue and leaves a lasting impact on society. In the end, the distinction between passive waiting and active patience becomes clear. Simply hoping for change without taking steps forward often leads to stagnation and missed opportunities. True fulfillment arises when we combine patience with consistent, purposeful action. By embracing active patience, we transform waiting into a dynamic process, steadily moving toward our goals. This approach not only accelerates progress, but also deepens our sense of accomplishment. Remember, fulfillment is not found in idle anticipation, but in the persistent pursuit of what matters most. As we wrap up this discussion, consider how these ideas resonate with your own experiences. Have you encountered advice that seemed virtuous, but didn't quite hold up in practice? We invite you to share your thoughts and stories, as your perspective adds valuable depth to the conversation. If there are other pieces of commonly accepted wisdom you'd like us to examine, feel free to suggest them for future explorations. Together, we can continue to question, reflect, and grow in our understanding of what truly serves us.